The one and only weather for Weather Geeks, the Valley's most in-depth weather video. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. This is the evening for, the edition, I should say, for Monday evening, March the, what is today, the 6th, I think? We've got another busy week of weather ahead, so we've got a lot to talk about this evening. You know, March is a transitional month, winter and spring doing battle a lot. We saw that battle really beginning last week, and it will continue at times later this week. In the near term, it's definitely spring-like. It got well into the 50s today, and even though it has cooled off some this evening, it's still well above average. When I recorded this at 7:13 this evening, here's a look at some backyard rainfall totals. Generally so far, about a tenth of an inch, a few hundredths to a tenth of an inch on average so far, but there's a lot more rain coming our way over the next roughly 24 hours, so we're going to add to these totals pretty easily. Here's the radar at 7:13. Just some spotty late rain right now. Actually, when I recorded this, the steadiest rain was over in Lawrence County, mostly east of Newcastle. But off to the west, this lull is not going to last much longer because, yeah, we've got, a fair amount of rain off to the west. This is moderate rain in Mansfield and heading over towards Worcester and moving into the Akron, Canton, Dover, New Philly areas, all tracking to the east. So you're going to hear the pitter-patter of raindrops just about all night tonight. You'll see that here in our high-res futurecast. A band of steadier rain moves through over the next several hours, and then it becomes a little spottier and more intermittent by daybreak tomorrow. I think as a lot of people head off to work and school tomorrow, you'll be seeing more breaks from the rain than for a lot of the night. But that break probably won't last a whole lot longer because I think steady rain becomes likely again by midday. All right, cold front across the Midwest producing lots of severe weather. Unfortunately, some tornadoes and severe thunderstorms from Minnesota through Iowa down into parts of Kansas and Missouri. Tornado watches in the red boxes out there this evening. The good news for us is as this cold front comes east, the severe weather threat's going to diminish pretty significantly. Now, I can't rule out a rumble of thunder tomorrow, particularly late in the day, but severe weather seems pretty unlikely. Showers around midday into the afternoon, then right along our cold front here, around 4 or 5, there could be kind of a skinny band of showers. Now, when I talk about a lack of severe weather tomorrow, we're not looking at large hail. There's no tornado threat, but could there be a real strong wind gust in any of these beefier showers? Yeah, that's possible. Best chance 4, 5, maybe 6 o'clock at the latest. We'll clear things out tomorrow night. The big story Wednesday becomes the wind. I'll get to that in a little more detail in just a second. And then Thursday, a pretty quiet day, but we're going to have to keep an eye on this system out across the northern Rockies as it tracks south and east. And again, I'll talk a little more about that in just a second. Rainfall totals between now and Thursday evening will probably end up being 3/4 of an inch to perhaps an inch. Our models clustered together pretty nicely there, kind of under an inch, but over a half an inch fairly easily. All right, wind gusts. Tomorrow, a windy day. Now, it's not going to be crazy windy, but especially in those showers late in the afternoon, we could see a gust to 35, maybe 40, but on average, gusts tomorrow, 25 to 35. Much bigger ticket item coming our way on Wednesday. It's going to be a sunny, beautiful day, but wind in the afternoon. This will be wind advisory criteria, and I wouldn't even be shocked if a high wind warning was issued for parts of the region on Wednesday. We're going to be seeing the air mixing from the ground level up to about 8,000 feet. And what I mean by mixing is air parcels rising and descending, becoming mixed up. It'll be a very well mixed atmosphere, and because, of course, the wind is a lot stronger up there above our heads, some of that wind energy can pretty easily get pulled down on a day like Wednesday. So I think by the afternoon, we could see a gust to 45 or even 50 miles per hour. You can see that here on our RPM model. Late in the afternoon on Wednesday, 50 mile per hour gusts. Not outside of the realm of possibility. It's going to stay pretty windy into Wednesday evening, and then the wind will diminish. All right, let's hop out of here and head over here and talk about this Thursday system. Thursday night, really. This is going to come out of the northern Rockies. This is, here we go, Thursday evening, right here into Friday morning. And let me actually change my viewpoint here over to the mid-Atlantic so that we can get a closer view of this. This is the GFS model, overnight Thursday night. Now, this is not going to be a big-ticket item by any stretch of the imagination. Whoops, let me go back to where we were. But if this track were to verify exactly, I could see where we get an inch or two of snow out of this and make for a tricky Friday morning commute. But again, this is just one run of one model. We have a lot of other models at our disposal. Some bring some snow, some don't. None of the modeling suggests a big storm. But impacts, if the track works out just right, could be, a slower than average morning commute on Friday. That's the appetizer. This pushes away and the sun probably comes out Friday afternoon. Going to be cold. Temperatures Friday not much better than the mid-30s with a gusty breeze. Then into the weekend, all eyes on this system, which looks to be stronger. And our weather from this will greatly depend on the exact track, which, of course, we don't know just yet. This is one model, GFS, showing a low track in the circular area down here across eastern Tennessee, suggesting moderate snow for Cincinnati, Marietta, Clarksburg, Morgantown, maybe Pittsburgh. And we would just be on the northern fringes of this. Oops, sorry, I keep moving my cursor and we lose our place here. Let's go back to the weekend. There we go. Kind of a glancing blow for us if you take this GFS model literally for late Saturday and Saturday night, then it pushes away on Sunday. If that's the right idea, that's a fairly innocuous snowstorm. A couple inches probably, with much higher amounts to our south. So that's going to be the big challenge, is what is the exact track of this low? If it goes too far to the south, we'll hardly get anything. If it goes quite a bit farther north than is what is shown here, we could A, get into the heavier snow, or B, it would come so far north that we could get into mixed precipitation and cut down on the snow amounts. All things we just don't know just yet. We rely on the ensemble modeling quite a bit in these uncertain situations 4, 5, 6 days out. This is a look at the the European ensemble for the first system, that Thursday night deal, suggesting that for that first system, an inch is a possibility in this darker gray. Same thing here, GFS model for that first system, suggesting that there could be some 2, 3, 4 inch amounts in parts of central PA, but we're probably on the lighter side in eastern Ohio. When we talk about that weekend system, let's look at the European model odds of more than an inch in a 24-hour period for the weekend system. And notice what happens here with the current European modeling, showing much higher odds to our south, Kentucky, West Virginia, southern Ohio, into Virginia, suggesting a pretty decent odds of a pretty decent storm in areas south of I-70. So that's what some of the modeling is looking like right now. We're in the very early stages, especially for the weekend situation. You're going to want to check the forecast often, check weather for Weather Geeks for the rest of the week. I'll be taking deep dives like that into the weekend. So 2 potentials for snow, Thursday night, again, Saturday night. Both systems, the track is what it's all about. And I think the weekend system has the potential to be the more significant of the two for someone. May not be here, though. Maybe in southern Ohio. So we'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, have a great rest of your Monday night. Look for a fresh edition of this video, same time,